This is Julie Durden, and I want to introduce a tool called Noteflight. This is a music writing software that you can find online. Before we look at the website, I want to share some of the readings that I did for this assignment and show how the 4 C's from our class relate to music education. Music is filled with creativity. There are many music educators who think that they can only share music of others with their students, but we live in a time where students have to be able to create in order to understand the mechanics of music. In creating music, students have to be able to overlap many aspects of musicianship while they are creating. These include performing, improvising, arranging, composing, conducting, and all of these depend on the student's ability to listen to music and the student's ability to view music without hearing it, yet know what it's going to sound like. There are many tools today in music technology that act as an aid to music instruction, but there are also many tools for sharing the music that's created or for communicating with others within other music educators within the community. When students work together to create music, there's a wide variety of music qualities and abilities that come together to create the piece. So creating music also fosters collaboration. These are the sources that I use to explore the 4 C's in music education. And going back to the Noteflight website, this is the home page. I already set up a free account through Noteflight, and this is my home page, and from here I'm going to create a new score. I'm going to choose the level of sharing, and I'm going to make this available on the web. And this is my first blank piece of music. There are many pre-settings that already show up as the default, and I can go in and change any of those as needed. First of all, I'm going to add a title. This is a short song that I use in my music classes, and it accompanies the book The Grouchy Ladybug by Eric Carle. I found this song in a Carl Orff book for orchestrations. So I add his name. I'm not sure who the lyricist is, so I'm going to take that away. From here, I can choose the instrument. I can choose the clef, the time signature. I'm going to use the presettings for this particular song. If I needed to add a measure, I can click on the plus sign or take it away by clicking the minus. And once I highlight a measure, I'm ready to add notes. Notice as I move the cursor up and down through the stab, there is a note head that moves up and down. And when I get it to the spot where I need it, I can click and it will add the note. And this note I need as a half note instead of a quarter note, so I can change the duration from the text box. Now I've completed my first measure, and I need to copy that measure. So I highlight, edit, copy, and I'm going to paste it onto the second measure, edit, paste, and I have the same notes again. And then I can continue on with the third measure once it's highlighted. Again, I need to change the duration of that note from a quarter note to a half note, so I click on that in the box. And when I added that last note, the software went ahead and added an extra measure, which I'm going to take away. Now I've completed my first 4 measures. And since I chose the presetting of the piano for my instrument, I'm going to go back and add a bass clef, which is what my left hand would play. I highlight and I'm ready to add a note. It added a quarter note, so I need to change that to a whole note. And from here I can stack the notes and continue on with the next measure. I'm going to stack the notes here. And there I added a wrong note, so I can either click on the little trash can or I can just press delete from my keyboard. And again, it wanted to add a 5th measure, so I'm going to delete that. Now that I've completed my song, I can go back through the play menu and play from start. And so I'll play it one more time. And now I'm happy with my song, so I'm not going to edit it anymore. However, if I needed to change a note, I would simply click on it and change it to whatever I needed. I can change the clef, change the time signature, or the key signature as needed. I can change the view. Or change back to a regular view. And using the sharing tab, I can choose what level I want to share the score with. And right now I show that anyone can view the score from the web. I'm going to make it where anyone can comment on the score, or I could collaborate with someone to make sure that anyone could change it that needed to. And I have the option to share it online or embed it to another website. There's also a versions tab. This is the only version that I have of this song, so this really isn't showing what it can do. But had I worked on the song 2 days ago or 3 hours ago, I could go back to an earlier version that I may have liked better. And on the comment tab, since I chose that anyone can add a comment, I'm going to add my own and add. And so anyone who views this can add a comment as they wish. I was very pleased with this particular note writing program. It does allow for all 4 of the C's that we mentioned in our class. Of course, creating music is the main purpose of the program. Critical thinking is fostered in that students have to follow the specific guidelines that are set up. For instance, when I have a 4/4 time signature, I know that I have to have 4 beats per measure. And if I don't add the 4 beats within that measure, the program will not let me continue. It won't let me add extra beats into the measure. So it allows students to work independently and create music within those guidelines. Communication, again, that's what the sharing button is for. I can work with others, collaborate with others, and view their feedback from the comments section. There are many limitations that I have found. As with most tools on the web, they have a free version or a paid version. And up here at the top you can read Upgrade to Crescendo, which has many more features than the free Noteflight version allows. And once you get used to those features, obviously you will want to use those rather than using the free version. Another limitation that I found of the website is that as a music educator, there are times when I need to be able to write music for worksheets or tests that are not within the guidelines of a song. For instance, I may not need my notes to be in a specific measure or in a specific time signature, and this does not allow me to write the notes outside of that context. So it may not be the best tool for educators, but it certainly is for students. Thank you for allowing me to share.